Hey, yo, before this video starts, I want to make sure that if you enjoy at least one part of this video, one moment, 1 second, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It means the world to me, and maybe hit those notifications if you actually want to know when I upload a new video. That said, thank you so much. I hope you've done it, and I'll see you in the video. So, last time, Mumbo Jumbo, I deemed his challenge impossible. The reason was, I kind of explained, but getting the gist of it. So here's a 5x5 door, and here's what I said. Because of how water mechanics work, there's no way to get an infinite stream of water into this door without, of course, this does not count. That is disgusting and, honestly not even considerable as a door. But, because there was no way to get a water source into that hole. And that was the reason why I deemed it impossible. But then, genius struck. There's this mechanic in Minecraft that if you set the random tick speed to high enough and you put water in the ground, it'll freeze and turn into ice. Okay, so that's how you get an infinite water source. So my idea was, we have the little fishbowl, right? And then, I am dumb, we'd have an ice block be pushed into the bowl, and it would melt, because you'd push glowstone next to it, and then boom! Infinite water source. So technically, I did think of this idea on my own, but I was just really too lazy to execute it, but a comment did suggest it, and so even though technically I didn't get the idea from this comment, I thought I should give you credit, because you did comment it, so yeah. So, number one, this design only works in a snowy biome because obviously that's the only place where water freezes. And we have the final product right here. It is massive. I am not even kidding. It is massive. So, for those of you that want to see how it works, I'd be happy to explain it. For those of you that just want to see the door, or click on this video because I mentioned Mumbo Jumbo. Well, Mumbo, you wanted a bigger fishbowl door, 5x5 fishbowl door. The reason for this is that water doesn't spill on the redstone. Anyway, and you'll see what I mean. So, there we go. Water in the door. Everything is nice. And now we're just gonna press this. Alright, my mouse is broken. It does that thing sometimes where it copies blocks. So I'll try that again. Okay, good. Alright, good. So now, if I hit the button again, you'll notice that everything kind of works. And, wait, hold on. No, not done. There we go. Perfect. So that is the door. It works. It's a bit too much delay, let's be honest. But it does work, and I am amazed. So if those of you that wanted to see this, go share this to Mumbo Jumbo. For any of you that actually use Twitter, I have an account, but I never use it. So those of you that want to share it, make sure to share it, because one up to mate 5x5. I'm pretty sure he could do it better, though. He's a god. Anyway, that's the video. If you want to see how it works, then stay tuned. But if you haven't, then be sure to subscribe. So, for those of you that want to see how this design works, or, are just a bit bored and want to watch something, let me explain. First of all, this was my first piece of how to get ice to spawn, because you notice this infinite water source pool. These redstone lamps are making sure these two blocks don't turn into ice, but this block can turn into ice. So, ignore this observer, doesn't have to be here. If this were to, I'm honestly dumb. If this were to turn into ice, which it eventually would, because that's how it works, and it broke, then we would still have a water source that's ready to turn into ice. So now we have that. This is the idea that I was going to use. So this whole machine, pretty much what it does, if we just activate this, I don't know how I was going to power that. Probably through here somewhere with repeaters, but it opens it, triple piston extender, closes it, and then this little thing, ready? Ice farm. Cool. But then we became smart, and it made it much more compact. same mechanic, except this time an observer detects when it happens. It sends the output to the piston, which fires. But you know how sometimes in farms, so like if this was to fire, this is the problem with all melon farms, cause I don't know. Oh yeah, here. So if we could see us, the observer detects the piston, and that makes a clock. So how we decided to avoid that, how I decided to avoid that, is to have this little thing that cuts off the signal, so the thing can't fire again. So what I mean, it fires, but then when it loops back around, it can't reach the piston because this block is in the way. And that's an infinite ice source. Boom, done. So now we have the infinite ice generator. This will continuously power the machine, and it all works well and good. I'm going to put an ice block here for form of testing. Now, the second problem I ran into was once I got the ice block here, this thing would move, so we're just going to pretend that moved, and it would melt it. How do we drain that water? Because, obviously, if there's an ice block here again, and we send it down, the glowstone will still melt it, which is why this glowstone is now toggleable. Because if it only stayed here, it used to be just a stationary block, and if it was always just a stationary block, whenever we move the new ice block down here, it would not work, because it would keep melting, and it would just pile up with water. So how we decided to do that is create this little system right here. This repeater system goes off the button, and it goes over here. It works both times when the door opens and closes, but when the door closes, it does really nothing at all. So when the door closes, first of all, this thing updates this piston, so a new piece of ice is shot into the hole, because at the moment it would be empty. And then afterwards, this fires, all of this goes, and activates the triple piston extender, so it destroys the water, because by this time the glowstone is back here, and will melt it. And then this little clock does that again. It sends the signal, resulting in the ice being retracted. It's actually a pretty simple circuit once you understand how it looks a bit threatening, but once you understand how it works, it's really quite simple. I'm not going to bother to explain how the piston door works, because it's just a 5x5 volt door. But we can see the whole thing in action from the back. I think it's actually a bit more impressive than the actual thing on the front. So if you go to the back, you can see, A, this doesn't get powered, but B, this triple piston extender still retracts twice. Like, you see it will go. And I believe it will go again. No, it will not. I'm dumb. Yes, it will. See, there it's going up again, and it goes in. But of course, as an effect. And I definitely broke something. Don't know what I decided to break this time, but we're just gonna hope that I didn't absolutely demolish the system to the point where it doesn't work anymore. Okay, and now the retraction is the opening is the best part of the circuit, if I do see so myself. You can open it up. Okay, this works, thank God. And now the ice gets put in. This retracts the water. My bad, I wasn't commentating, I was just watching. And then the piston fires again, retracting the ice and setting the door anew. And because of this thing, we have an infinite supply of ice. I placed it, but it just would be really better if it... I mean, it does spawn by itself eventually, because that's how it works. Anyway, I think that's actually all I have to say about this design. I am really proud of it. It's probably the biggest redstone contraption I've ever built in my life, which, that said, it could be way more compact. Way more compact. Like, all this delay is not even necessary. But I think that's everything. Also, this giant trench isn't necessary. You could just cut out most of this. Anyway, that is really all I have today. If you do enjoy this video, once again, I don't really need that 10-minute quota anymore. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, and I hope you've enjoyed this Tech Tuesday. I know it's short, but, you know, it's a really cool door, if I do say so myself. Except, there is absolutely no way I'm getting a fish in there. I mean, that was a bad ending, but look, how? Yeah. How does one expect me to get a fish into there. Actually, what am I supposed to use? A slime block launcher? That's a project for another day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
So tonight we are losing this fight. Oh, help out. So tonight is no one on our side who's gonna help our souls tonight.